Chapter 4, Crossroads of Fate. As you enter the prison, moonlight filters through the barred windows, casting prison-striped shadows across the empty corridors. I can't believe this. The warden is the one who killed my Donnie. He was at her damn funeral, for crying out loud. Each angry footstep towards his office echoes off the cold stone floors, and reflexively you reach for your weapon, still sticky with Sly's blood. But now I know the truth, and I'm not leaving here until he admits it. Finally, you reach the warden's office, and as you shove open the door without preamble, Warden De Palma looks up from his desk nonchalantly.
Deans, I thought you were taking the day off.
I was, but I left in such a hurry, I forgot to tell you something important.
Well, hurry up, I don't hold all night.
As you ease the door closed behind you, the warden dips his head, riding you off as he sets back to work on his reports. He has no idea that I know. Now's the perfect time to strike. As you step closer, you slowly pull out your weapon and drop your voice to a whisper. Dottie says hello. At once, Warden De Palma freezes, the color draining from his face.
What did you just say?
But as his head snaps up to look at you, you spring into action. I should lunge over the desk with the weapon, stab down at his writing hand, swipe at him across the desk, lunge. You vault over his desk, tackling him full on with the weight of your body and toppling you both onto the floor. I know what you did, and it's time to pay. But as you pull back the weapon and slash, the warden grips your wrist, forcing the sharpened edge aside and driving a fist into your ribs.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but the only one paying will be you.
Don't try to hide now. Sly told me everything. Warden De Palma attacks you with surprising speed for a man his age, forcing you to scramble back to dodge his blows. You sat there at her funeral, watched me grieve, all while knowing you killed her. Admit it!
I will do no such thing. I am a man of distinction. This island couldn't function without me.
We'll see about that, because I'm going to tell everyone. Your words make him hesitate, and as you see an opening, you plan your attack. He's stopped. This could be my chance. But as you prepare your strike, you notice his chest heaving with exertion of his movements. He's been using pure speed and aggression, but there's no way he can keep this pace up. I could either try to wait him out or take him down now. I should let him gas himself. He can't keep going like this forever. I just have to be patient. Rather than strike, you bide your time, putting your effort into riling him up as you dodge his blows. We'll see how instrumental you are from the other side of the cell door.
You little...
Tired and lagging, the warden swings and misses again, and the momentum throws him off balance. Now, you lower your center of gravity and tackle him onto the desk, driving him hard into the flat surface. Papers scatter as his head bounces off the wood. By the time I'm done with you, you'll be a disgrace. Think about it, Danes. The island's full of old money, and that circle is hard to work your way into, but I've done it. They trust me to act as warden of the cash cow, literally protecting their investment. If I go down, so does this place. So do you really think the people of this island are going to believe a bootlegging criminal and a broken, grieving father over me? Anger overwhelms you, and before you know it, you grapple him. The only one broken here is you. Using all of your strength, you force him back, toppling furniture as you go. I should push, pull, plateau. Plateau? I don't know. You try to hold your ground and maintain the deadlock between you, but the warden's greater weight gives him the advantage. He breaks your grip, sending you stumbling backwards. As your back hits the wall, his hands find your throat, and you feel your airway start to constrict.
You left a little girl to die in the middle of the street. You took her from me and made me think Campbell was guilty. All this time, I've been after him. It was you. I should have been targeting all along. He was guilty, they all are. Each and every wealthy bastard that pops in long enough to make sure he's still making money has blood on his hands. Or do you think they spare you a second thought that Camber grieves for your daughter like you do? Do you think he even knows her name? Immediately, Campbell's sneering face comes to mind. I don't think you get it. My father owns one of the largest companies in the country. My wife and I are only here temporarily while I oversee his investment in the prison. Do you really think he's going to let me do hard time in this dump just because some kid... At that you see red and lunge forward, gripping Joseph's collar in white-knuckled fists. She wasn't just some kid. She was my kid. Your blood boils at the thought. The warden capitalizes on the moment, locking eyes as he lowers his voice. In reality, the wealthiest people on this island are no better than the filthiest inmates they pay to keep in cages. They won't care about your girl. But even as he speaks, another memory rushes to your mind, one that feels almost as if it's from another lifetime. Dottie stands before you, her nose scrunched in disgust. You quickly pull to a stop before crouching to look her in the eyes.
But it won't work. Then you won't have to. And it's not like they're doing anything else. They're prisoners.
Hey, we're one bad decision away from being in their shoes. Life isn't always fair. Sometimes good people do bad things when they're scared or desperate. Our job is not to judge them, but to never become them.
As the memory fades, a wave of shame washes over you.
I know I've made a lot of mistakes since then, but I meant every word. Dot, I hope you know that.
With sadness in your heart, you fix the warden with a look.
You and I have become everything we're supposed to be protecting this town from. They need to be free of us, and I'm gonna make that happen for my daughter's sake. But first, you're going to give me the truth. You're not getting anything from me.
He tightens his grip, leaving no room for words. You weren't strong enough to win against the warden. Dead end. Your hands find his wrists, clawing for your freedom, but he merely ignores you, locking eyes, as he says,
It's possible. A mistake was made on my part, but I'll take it to my grave before I ever admit it. And now, so will you.
You open your mouth to scream, but no sound emerges, and as darkness starts to creep into your vision, you see your daughter's face one last time.
I'm sorry, Dottie.
And then nothing. Well, that's not how this was supposed to go. Why don't we try that again and make some different choices? Yeah. You reach the warden's office with a sense of deja vu. You shove open the door, and Warden De Palma looks up from his desk nonchalantly.
Danes, I thought you were taking the day off.
You look around the office to find everything perfectly intact, but a sinister shiver runs down your throat or back. Welcome back. Let's try this again.
I don't know why, but something tells me I should be careful here.
No, really, Danes. The warden's voice brings you back to reality and you clear your throat.
I was, but I left in such a hurry I forgot to tell you something important.
Well, hurry up. I don't have all night. As you ease the door closed behind you, the warden dips his head, writing all you off as he sets back to work on his reports.
He has no idea that I know. Now's the perfect time to strike.
As you step closer, you slowly pull out the weapon and drop your voice to a whisper.
Dottie says hello.
Alright, let's just fast forward to this. It's just repeating the same thing. Alright, so clearly lunge over the desk with the weapon was not the thing to do. Stab down at his writing hand. Swipe at him across the desk. Stab down. You drive the sharpened edge down, piercing the warden's hand and bending it to the desk's surface.
Shut up.
Brutally, you plant a hard kick into the man's sternum, ripping the muscles and tendons of his impaled hand as he is forced out of his chair and onto the floor.
Danes, what the hell is wrong with you? You took my little girl from me, Harvey. That's what's wrong. That was Campbell! Don't lie. Sly already told me everything.
Warden attacks you with surprising speed for a man his age, forcing you to scramble back to dodge his blows.
You sat there at her funeral, watched me grieve, all while knowing you killed her. Admit it. Do no such thing. I'm a man of distinction. This island couldn't function without me. We'll see about that, because I'm going to tell everyone.
Your words make him hesitate, and you see an opening. You plan your attack. I'm gonna stick with let him gas himself out. I don't know if that... Yeah, no, let him gas himself out. I think that was a good one last time. Tired and lagging, the warden swings and misses again. The momentum throws him off balance.
Now,
you lower your center of gravity, tackle him onto the desk, driving him hard into the surface. Paper scatters as his head bounces off the wood.
by the time I'm done with you, you'll be a disgrace. Think about it, James. The island's full of old money, the circus hard to work your way into, but I've done it. They trust me to act as warden of the cash cow, literally protecting their investment. If I go down, so does this place. Do you really think the people of this island are going to believe a bootlegging criminal and a broken, grieving father over me?
Anger overwhelms you, and before you know it, you grapple him.
The only one broken here is you.
Using all of your strength, you force him back, toppling furniture as you go. Okay, so plateau, not the thing to do. I'm gonna go ahead and force him back some more. You drive him forward with all your might, slamming him into the wall, and as your hands find his neck, you squeeze.
What kind of a monster are you? You left a girl to die in the middle of a street. You took her from me and made me think Campbell was guilty. All this time I've been after him, plotting my revenge when it was you I should have been targeting all along. He was guilty, they all are. Each and every wealthy bastard that pops in long enough to make sure he's still making money has blood on his hands. Or do you think they spare you a second thought that Campbell grieves for your daughter like you do? Do you think he even knows her name?
Immediately, Campbell's sneering face comes to mind. Alright, enough of this. We've already dealt with this shit. Okay, so we got -3 fight, but I think we have +3 fight, so we come out equal. You took on the warden and won. Okay, there we go. Blood pours from the wound as the realization of his impending death hits him. You watch his eyes fill with fear.
What are you waiting for? End it already. Do you know how much Dottie suffered? How much I suffered because of your cowardice? You're not going anywhere until I get an admission straight from the horse's mouth. If you wanted suffering, you should have focused on Campbell. If you want a confession, well, you'll be waiting a long time.
The warden clamps his mouth shut, his refusal plain, and something inside you snaps. As rage consumes you, your weapon plunges into him again and again.
I'm owed suffering, and you're going to pay what you owe.
The warden tenses, intent on staying stoic, but as your blows rain down on him, you see it in his eyes.
I can break him. If I rein in my anger and do this old-school interrogation style, I'll have him right where I want him.
Really? I think it's weird that even if you missed the thing, you came out equal, so the point... It just came out equal. Like, I don't understand it, but whatever. Make him confess. Don't smile, you old chap. Seriously. You rip the weapon free, letting the warden's blood flow freely, but he clamps his mouth shut, determined to take his secrets to the grave.
I need to make him talk.
Your eyes scan his broken form, searching for leverage. All those years watching your prisoners break. Now it's your turn.
Do your worst. I've seen it all before and I've done worse.
His defiance makes your blood boil hotter. Patience. But with a deep breath, you manage to contain yourself. You saw it from the other side of the bars. Safe. Protected. You leaned in close, letting him see the darkness in your eyes. But now you're just another piece of meat, waiting to break. The warden's breath hitches, the first crack in his armor. Let him stew in his fear. You step back, letting the silence stretch between you. Take your time. Think about what's coming. You drag the sharp edge of your weapon against his skin. Not enough to cut, but enough to make sweat prickle against his skin.
Danes, be reasonable.
Oh, you always thought you were untouchable. You trail the blade against his chest, letting him feel its edge. But power only lasts as long as people believe in it. His eyes dart to the door, measuring escape routes. You shift to block his view, claiming his full attention. You have no power here, but I do. For starters, I'll tell everyone on this island. You set Campbell free.
They'll never believe you.
They won't. The inmates are already saying that he escaped and that they lived with him. All I have to do is fan the flames. They'll tell their families I'm visiting there. They'll tell their friends who tell their wealthy friends. And well, how much of a leap do you think the wealthy families will have to take to get from escapee to corrupt warden?
You don't understand what you're doing.
I understand perfectly. Your reputation means everything to you. I've no problem taking it from you, just like you did me. The warden's face contorts as your words hit home.
Danes, this island relies on this prison. If you cast doubt on me, they'll close this place. Think about what you're doing.
Oh, I have for months. I've thought about nothing else except ending the man who put me through so much needless pain. And now here you are. Lucky me. You adjust your grip on the weapon and the warden watches your every move. Got him. Now I just have to reel him back in. You aim the weapon at his nose, watching as his eyes cross. But if you won't tell me anything, I don't have much need for you, do I? You bring the weapon near, and immediately the warden throws up his hands to protect his face.
Enough! Enough! I'll tell you everything.
Then start talking, before I start stabbing. And for a moment the warden pauses, shame coloring his face, and then...
When Campbell disappeared after the raid, it was the perfect opportunity for me to pin Dottie's death on him. I spread rumors through the town, called in favors, made sure everyone believed he was guilty.
But didn't you ever once think of Dottie? She was just a little girl. Didn't you think about her at all?
I tried not to.
But you came to her funeral. You watched me bury my daughter.
I had to maintain appearances, show the community I cared.
While the whole time, you knew you'd left her there. Alone. Scared. Tears stream down your face, but the warden doesn't flinch.
She didn't die right away. I heard her crying for help as I drove away.
Oh my... Dude, this... Would you... I mean, you're already probably dead at this point anyway, but I'm just saying.
It haunts me every night.
What about witnesses? Where are they? What did you do to them?
Silas was easy to silence. A few threats about his bootlegging operation, the rest worked for me, so I had them re-aimed. But you were the wild card I couldn't control. If you just accepted it, left Campbell to rot, everything would have worked, but you kept pushing, kept harassing him. His words dissolve into bitter laughter. You made his wife suspicious enough to start digging. You caused your own suffering. And now, I'll cause yours. You lean in close, your voice dropping to a whisper. You're going to suffer like she did. Left to die. Alone. You turn towards the door, labored breathing filling the silence until... You don't know suffering, Danes. But you will.
Bro, how does he not know suffering? You killed his little girl. A parent should never have to ever feel that. Are you serious right now with that?
A cruel smile twists his bloodied lips. When you're rotting in jail, and Campbell's living free and clear with his new family. What are you talking about? I know you've been looking for him, so I went digging. Turns out there's a house being built on the far side of the island. Mother, father, and a brand new baby girl.
Jealousy floods your veins like poison, filling you with unbridled hatred.
You're lying. Am I? Go see for yourself while you still can.
You turn towards the door, desperate to escape his mocking laughter, but as you rip the door open, you find Dr. Cross standing in the doorway, her eyes wide with horror as the bloody scene before her. Time freezes as you and Dr. Cross lock eyes, her gaze fixed on your blood-soaked clothes.
I can explain.
But as you reach out towards her, the moment shatters and she turns and bolts down the hallway.
Help! Someone help!
No!
Her screams echo through the corridor as you give chase.
I can't let her raise the alarm.
She reaches a junction in the hallway, and as she peels off to the left, you eye the path after her.
I can chase her down, try to catch up to her. I can cut through the mess hall and try to cut her off.
Cut through the mess hall. You veer off course and burst through the mess hall doors, racing between tables as you calculate her trajectory.
If I time this right...
You vault over the table, charge to the kitchen, emerging from a side door.
Help! Dane's kid...
But just as Dr. Cross rounds the corner, she crashes right into you.
Going somewhere?
Before she can recover or scream again, you grab Dr. Cross around the waist and cover her mouth, muffling her cries.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you ruin everything. Not when I'm so close.
In the distance, you hear the shuffle of guard footsteps passing by, and quietly you drag her towards her office, wrench the door open, and hustle inside. The office door clicks shut, leaving you alone with Dr. Cross. Her eyes are wide with terror as you release her, positioning yourself between her and the door.
Tommy, please.
We need to talk.
Her gaze darts to the intercom, then back to you, and you rush at her, backing her into the wall.
Did you know?
Tommy, I don't know what...
Did you know the warden had killed Dottie? Is that why you wanted me to back off from Campbell?
You slam your fists on either side of her head, and though she flinches, which is spelled incorrectly and tilts me, she doesn't cower.
No, I didn't, but I knew something was off with him. He was obsessed with your every thought. It wasn't healthy. It's what we were talking about when you came in earlier. I was trying to help him, but he wouldn't see me. Please don't kill me. I didn't know.
You stare into her eyes, looking for some semblance of a lie, but finding none. For the first time all night, you breathe out a sigh.
I believe you.
As you back away, Dr. Cross sinks into her chair.
How do you know the warden killed her?
There was a witness. That's how Campbell got released, and it's why no one was sharing information with the warden. They were gonna get him.
But you got there first.
You're damn right I did. He killed my daughter, and I had to make him pay.
And yet you're still no closer to feeling better, are you?
Her soft words catch you off guard. As the feelings crash down around you, you find refuge in one emotion in particular. Rage. Sadness. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, these emotions, they mirror, they ride on one another. It's like looking through a piece of glass that is paper thin, walking the knife's edge, per se, in these emotions. So you can be one way or another. So what do you feel? I'm gonna go with sadness. I'm gonna go with sadness. You feel yourself deflate under the weight of exhaustion. I really thought I would feel something when I'd finally done it. A sense of accomplishment, or... As you fumble for the word, Dr. Cross shifts forward in her chair, her eyes soft. Peace? Yes. I thought I would finally be at peace, and instead I just feel so... Your throat aches as you finally acknowledge the pain left by Dottie's absence. Empty. That emptiness you're feeling. It's because revenge doesn't heal grief, Tommy. It just adds to it. Then what am I supposed to do? How do I make this pain stop? You start by forgiving yourself. For not being there. For not protecting her. Her words hit you like a physical blow. You sink to your knees, the weight of everything crashing down. She shouldn't have been near the road. I should have just stayed home like she asked me to. The what-ifs will destroy you if you let them. Dottie wouldn't want that. Dr. Cross leaves her chair and kneels beside you, her hand finding your shoulder. She'd want her father to find peace. Real peace. Not whatever this is. So the question is, what are you going to do next? For a moment, you pause. I need to confess, to turn myself in. It's the right thing to do. At that, Dr. Cross heaves a sigh, and you see the relief in her eyes. Yes, it is. And I'll be right there by your side to help you with whatever you need. Therapy sessions, a letter to the judge attesting to your mental state. With any luck, we'll have you settled in a facility and thriving in no time. A facility, eh? I thought I'd be remanded to do my time here. You gesture to the walls around you, and Dr. Cross frowns. Tommy, you've worked here for years. You know the staff, the ins and outs. No judge would let you do your sentence here. At best, you'll be sent to the mainland. But my daughter's buried here. I can't just leave her. Tommy. No. Joseph Campbell's father owns a portion of this prison. He got to stay. Why does he always get everything? He gets the house, the wife, the baby. There's perfect little family while my daughter rots. This is not about Campbell. Tommy, listen to yourself. They're innocent. Dr. Cross steps forward, reaching out to comfort. But just as emotions bubble over, your blood-stained hands clench in fists. He's not. It's not according to anyone in town. They already think he did the judge. If I kill him too, it won't be hard to convince them he's behind the rest. It sounds like you've got it all figured out. But there's just one problem with the plan. Me. That was not real smart of you. A guy who's going around killing a bunch of people. That really? You're not smart at all. You're dumb for a psychiatrist. As your eyes meet her, your stomach drops and you know exactly what she's about to say. I can't let you frame an innocent man. Not with everything I know. If you want to get away with this, you're going to have to kill me too. Yeah, that's a really great suggestion. Darkham has come out to play. You look at Dr. Cross, really look at her. Through all of this, she's tried to help you. Still, you step towards her menacingly. You're right, Doc. You are a loose end. Tommy. Man or monster, you decide. Really? I mean, she's gonna rat on you, my dude. Oh. I mean... Oh. Listen, when's the last time we actually had a choice like that? Okay, so I'm happy right now. I'm happy. Okay, shut up. Kill her. You shove your feelings to the side, draw your weapon. Immediately, Dr. Cross staggers back.
No, please.
Sorry, Doc, I truly am, but if you tell on me, they'll take me away. And I'm never leaving my dotty girl again. Not for you, not for Campbell, not for anybody.
Tommy, no.
In one fluid motion, you're on her. The sharpened side of the weapon slicing through her pulse point. Blood sprays around the room, soaking everything inside. Delicate fingers slip across the blood-soaked skin as Dr. Cross grasps futilely at her throat. She sinks to her knees, her eyes locked in horror and mouth hanging slightly agape. With every spurt, you watch the life and light fade from her eyes. And with her final breath, you feel nothing.
I told you I'd find you, Campbell. And now that I have, nothing and no one can stop me.
Without waiting another second, you head out into the hallway. The hallways are eerily quiet as you make your way towards the exit.
Almost there.
But as you push open the doors of the yard, creep towards the gate, Officer Rodriguez approaches with a smile. Hey, Tommy, heading home early? Within seconds, the smile falters, his jaw dropping at the sight of you covered in blood.
Oh my God!
He reaches for his radio, his face panicked. Officer down! All guards to the yard for immediate assistance!
No!
You reach out to stop him, but Rodriguez grabs your arm, attempting to lower you to the ground.
Don't worry, help is on the way. Where are you hurt?
His hands travel your torso looking for the wound that would cause such damage, and when he doesn't find it, you watch as he freezes.
Tommy, what did you do?
Before you can respond, Officer Elio rushes up and sees Rodriguez's face and reaches for his radio. This is Officer Elio. We need backup at... Your fist clench around your weapon. Without a second thought, you drive it into the underside of his chin, up through the roof of his mouth, and into his brain. In an instant, he's gone, and you lock eyes with Rodriguez. Fear oozes from every pore.
Listen to me carefully. I didn't come this far. It's only come this far. My story started with death, and I'm prepared for it to end that way. Are you?
You plant a foot in the dead man's chest, prying him off of your weapon. As he crumples to the ground, Rodriguez's hand flicks to his baton. Slash through him.
Wrong answer.
Before he can get a good grip, slash wildly, the blood-slick weapon cutting a crimson arc through the air.
Wait! Wait!
Rodriguez barely manages to stumble back before your blade catches him across the chest. Okay, question. Full stop. When did we get a blade? I thought we were still holding a piece of glass, which at this point, I'm just saying. Anyway, continue.
I'm done waiting.
Before he can recover, you follow through with another slash, this one opening his throat. As he crumbles to the ground beside Officer Alia, you keep advancing, finishing the job with gash after gash. Thundering footsteps sound to the arrival of cavalry. This way, I heard something!
Damn it. They've got me boxed in unless...
You rush back inside, your eyes darting around, searching for options, landing on the cell block controls.
When in doubt, create chaos.
You jump up and slam your fist on the cell door's emergency release. Inmates pour from their cells as backup arrives. Code red. We have a mass prisoner release. Fall back. As he and the others turn to run, Samuel steps out of a cell and blocks the path.
Going somewhere, officers?
As his crew surrounds the guard, you shoot Samuel, look over their shoulders.
Are we even now?
It's a start. You use the chaos to slip away, barricading doors behind you just as the blood-curdling scream echoes through the halls. Sound like Samuel's keeping them busy. Now I just need an escape route. Your mind races, moving as fast as your feet to keep up as far away from the ruckus as possible, only to run past Campbell's old cell. As you look in, a thought occurs to you. Wait a minute, the mines run right into the prison. If I can get down to them, I can go anywhere. Quickly, you rush inside and wrench the bed aside. Come on, come on. Using the bed's iron bars, you attack the floor where it meets the wall, each strike bringing you closer to the mining tunnels below. Almost there. The concrete finally gives way, revealing a dark passage below. In the distance, you hear the barricades being broken down. Hurry! I think he went this way! Time to disappear. Who the hell? Wait, hold on. Full stop. Who the hell's coming after you? Like, the guards were busy dealing with the inmates. They're not going to chase after you, question mark? What? Okay, whatever. Be consistent and concise choices. Come on. Come on. You squeeze through the opening just as voices approach the cell block. Hold on, Campbell. I'm coming for you. Your knife, blood-stained, you amble through the mining tunnels and under the city before emerging at a house newly built for the family inside. Campbell! Come out and face me like a man! Your voice echoes through the night, and inside two figures come to the window. You spy a can of kerosene nearby and snatch it up, waving as they watch. Come out, or the whole place goes up in smoke. All right, I'm coming out. Campbell disappears from the window, but his wife lingers a moment longer, the bundle of blankets wriggling in her arms. I should focus on the baby. The baby's cries pierce the night air, and suddenly it's like you're back at home, watching Dottie in her crib. Dottie was small once, just like that. The infant wriggles in Annie's arms, and your heart clenches at the familiar sight. I held my entire world in my arms, vowed nothing would ever take her from me, that I would protect this island from anyone trying to harm it. You splash kerosene across the foundation, each splash punctuated by another memory of Dottie. But while I was looking out for them, nobody was looking out for my baby. So why should I save his? The front door slams closed, and as Campbell saunters out, you dash the can away. What are you doing here, Officer Danes? You chance another glance at the window, but Annie and the baby are gone. Lights in the house snuffed out. Campbell crosses his arms expectantly. I'm here as a courtesy to let you know this is your last night as a free man. What are you talking about? The murder and brutalization of countless officers. Civilians don't ring a bell. Well, the judge is going to love that. That's ridiculous, Danes. I've been home all night and my wife can vouch for it. No, she can't. Because in your bloodlust you killed her and your little girl before I was able to stop you. You draw closer as you flash your weapon, brandishing it in the dim night light. It's a shame, really. Take another step and I will end you. I'd like to see you try. I should rush him. You rush forward, but Campbell reacts faster than you expected, catching your wrist in a downward slash and wrenching it at an odd angle. I'm not the same man you sent to the infirmary in prison. He aims a punch at your throat, and his counterattack sends you staggering back, gasping for air. Oh, you've done what my father and countless heir pairs couldn't do. You made me grow up. You slash out again, hoping to stave him off, but Campbell just keeps coming. I'm a father now. I have people that depend on me, and all I want is to take care of them, so why are you doing this to me? Because from the moment I locked looked into your eyes, I saw the evil in you. You're selfish, self-centered, and condescending. You let my baby girl die in the street like a dog. You don't deserve to live your happily ever after.
Oh my god. Doing his voice, super intensive on my voice box. Just saying. Alright, I had to take a drink.
You feint right, then quickly dip left, drawing back with your weapon. The sharp edge catches his shoulder, and you take the opportunity to drag it down his chest. You don't belong in this town, and I'll do whatever I have to save the people of Morelic Island from you. Even if it means killing them. Whatever it takes. You draw back again, but Campbell's quicker. He lowers his shoulder and rams you in the side, hitting you hard enough to send the weapon flying. You rear back, your eyes searching for it, but before you can move, Campbell grabs you, his grip monstrously tight. Tommy, please. I understand it now. Understand what? As you struggle against him, Campbell uses his head to gesture to the home where Annie shelters their child, and when you meet his gaze, his eyes are pleading. What it must have felt like to know that someone stood by and watched the most precious thing you ever made take her last breath. You're right. I was selfish. I only thought about myself and the punishment I'd face for my wrongs, and I never thought about her. And for that I am so sorry. Its words stir emotion deep in your chest, but you shut it down, letting the nothingness you've embraced swallow you whole. And then you understand why I have to do this. Campbell's gaze hardens, and you finally spot your weapon in the grass. The two of you each lunge for it. But Campbell comes up with it first, and with one quick slash he slides the blade across your neck. I'm sorry, but I have people to protect too. You try to form words, but it's too late. As you fall to the ground, you hear a familiar girlish giggle, and then, as you shut your eyes, nothing. Now, playing as Joseph Campbell. As you pull the weapon from Tommy's chest, I thought we slit his throat. Choices? Okay, just keep going. Just keep going. Blood pours forth, and the door bursts open. Joe! Annie, no! You rush to her, pulling her in your arms before she can see Tom's body. Is he? Don't look. Just don't look. Your daughter fusses in Annie's arms, innocent to the violence around her. What are we supposed to do now, Joe? There's a dead body on our lawn. I don't think either one of these is going to matter. Just say, we called the police. He came to us. He sprayed kerosene everywhere. He was talking about others' deaths. For crying out loud, this isn't our fault. But they'll never believe. We have to try. Take the baby inside and call for help. You wait outside, pacing, and moments later, police lights pierce the night. So bright. Joseph Campbell, step away from the body with your hands up. Officers, there's been a mistake. The man attacked me, threatened my family in our own home. The man at your feet is a decorated officer of the prison, and half the town heard him tell the tale of your escape, Stabby Joe. My escape? I was released. You can ask Judge Blake. I would, but curiously enough, he's dead too. So for now, you're coming with us. As the officers put you in handcuffs, Annie rushes out of the house. What? No! Ma'am, step back or we'll take you too. Think of the baby, Annie. I'll be fine. The officers train their weapons on you, and as you're led away, the suspicion in their eyes is clear. Or at least I hope I will. They drag you back to the town in handcuffs, past crowds of whispering onlookers. Oh my god, it's the butcher of Morelic Island. My name is Joseph Campbell. I'm an innocent man. But before you can even get the words out, a man throws a soda bottle your way, and you duck as the glass shatters around you. Can it, Stabby Joe? Immediately the name catches on, and soon the entire crowd is chanting, Stabby Joe. Oh my god. What have you done to me, Danes? They put you in the interrogation room. Evidence files spread before you. Nice. Okay, so let me get this. Hold on, stop. We live in, like, early 19th century America, right? Where they had, like, you were lucky to, you know, own a carriage with a little engine in it. But hey, look, there's that nice security camera up there in the corner that didn't fucking exist during this time. They push you into an interrogation room. Evidence of files spread before you. Want to explain why everyone who wronged you is suddenly dead? I know my rights. I refuse to speak without a lawyer or an advocate present. Innocent people don't need lawyers. What are you hiding? Yeah, don't ever trust that. Oh, plus suspicion. Okay. Right, I'm sure. Though every inch of you is itching to save your good name, you remain silent. I hope I'm doing the right thing. Remaining silent is actually the best thing. Don't ever let anyone convince you otherwise, including this book. Days later, you sit across the table from Annie in the visitation room, an orange jumpsuit scratching at your skin. Your mind immediately goes back to the day you were released. How Tommy fixed you with a glare and cursed you, his hands shaking with rage. You're walking free while my daughter's in the ground. This isn't justice. It's not over, not by a long shot. You might be walking up those gates, but I'll be watching. And the moment you slip up, I'll be there. I didn't believe him, but he finally did it. He's finally punishing me. They can't do this to you again. Not when you're innocent, not when we have so much to look forward to. You look down at your daughter sleeping peacefully in Annie's arms, unaware of how the world has changed. Then Annie takes your hand. I know things look bleak, but we are going to fight. No matter how dark it gets, you have to promise me you won't give up hope, because the truth always finds its way to the light. Just how long will that take? A lifetime, maybe 2? I don't want her to know the sting of this. Looking at your child's innocent face, you can't help but feel like your actions are going to haunt your family for generations to come. Joseph Campbell isn't wrong. See how the legend of Stabby Joe echoes through the generations. Really? Okay. Show me what's to come, O Bardock of the Sands. If you get that reference, you get a point. You let your mind wander and your vision swims as time rushes forward. The future unfolding before you in fragments, generations of stories, secrets, consequences stretch out ahead. Each choice you made, each action taken, creating ripples through time. You'll never escape me, Campbell. Now playing as Clara Campbell. You stand before your class, scrubbing your father's newspaper clipping. For my show and tell, I'm going to show my dad, Mr. Joseph Campbell. Isn't that Stabby Joe's daughter? My mom said we shouldn't talk to her. Your father's case file weighs heavy in your hands. Show them who we really are. Let me tell you about my father, the real Joseph Campbell. Pull out a family photo showing it to the class. My dad is a man who reads me stories every visiting day, who never lost hope. He doesn't look scary at all. Because he's not. He's just my dad. For the first time, you see doubt in your classmates' eyes, only for a rubber ball to sail over, shattering the photo frame and raining glass all over you. Ow! Looks like you're the one who's getting stabbed now. Be right back while I grab her and toss her out that window there. As the other students cackle and you feel the warmth of tears sting your eyes, you take a deep breath and remember your mother's words. The truth will always find its way to light. Now playing as Michael Campbell. No. My great-grandmother's saying will never sounded that sappy. Let's take it again. As you storm back over the cameras to watch yet another take of the actors butchering your family story, the director approaches. Michael, I know the story's precious to you, but we're running out of resources here. There's only so much film, and we're over budget. What would you have me do? It has to be right. I get it, I do. That's why I think you should let me sell the rights. What? I've got a line on a much bigger studio who's willing to put some more money behind this thing. We can't get it done with what we've got. Not the way you want, but they can. Before you can respond, the actress interrupts, doing her 1000th take.
Joseph, no! All truths must come to... Wait, line?
Yeah, there's people out there. There's people out there like that. You sigh. Just make sure they do my family justice. I need to make sure the truth gets told. Oh yeah, of course. This is going to be a story told through the ages. Before you know it, what's happening, he pulls out the documents and a pen. Just sign here. Now playing us Thad Campbell.
Who?
The angry shouts of the mob echo through your home's walls.
Come on, Campbell. Face what your family's done.
Oh, they're getting closer.
Your husband grips your arm, fear clear in his eyes. Dad, please, the girls are terrified. Through the window, you see torches approaching, and your gaze falls on the hunting rifle, the Halloween mask your daughter left out.
If I have to save my family by becoming their worst nightmare, then so be it.
You don the mask and grab the gun before flinging open the door. Scare them off. You emerge from the shadows, rifle raised high.
This ends now.
The masked figure you cut in the darkness stomps the mob in their tracks.
What the hell?
You have 10 seconds to get off my property before I start shooting.
When no one moves, you fire a warning shot into the air.
9.
The crowd breaks, fleeing into the night, and as their torches disappear, you hear your daughters crying inside. You lower the rifle, knowing that this is just the beginning. What have I done? But, just when it all looks like hope is lost, a descendant, decades in the future, steps off the ferry onto the docks of Marillic Island, reveling in the sights and sounds of the place you chose to call home. They bring with them a drive and determination, just like that. Hope springs anew. But before you can conjure up more thoughts of the future, Annie gives you a hand and tug. So absolutely nothing. We paid for a diamond trace that showed us absolutely nothing going on. Also, decades? Who the hell was Thad? Like, there was nothing really shown. Just, shut up. Oh, I'm rubbing my forehead because it hurts.
Joe, did you hear me?
The warmth fills your chest, and for the first time since that fateful night, you smile a real, genuine smile. You're right, darling. Whether it's today or 100 years from now. You squeeze her hand, managing a small smile. The truth will be revealed. Thank you for playing Terrorfest Origins. We hope you enjoyed the glimpse of Marillic Island history. But, for the fun and mystery, doesn't stop there. We invite you to play Terrorfest. No shit. Most likely people have already played it by now. Lord. All we got was 4 chapters, guys. Remember, it's only VIP until, they give it to us. Anyway, or give it to you who doesn't pay for the VIP. Oh, alright, so... Before I begin, thank you all once again for joining me on this very short journey, but this journey nonetheless. That no one really asked for. Anyway... Okay, so I'll say the following. First, before I do, make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you did enjoy. Leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts, but otherwise, here we go. Choices did it. They broke me. No, I'm kidding. They did it. I thought the last choice that we ever made was going to be Endless Summer, right? I thought that was literally, a lot of us pretty much remember that, right? Where your choices actually mattered. And here I was like, yes, queen, yeah. And they did it. And you get a point today. The whole Dr. Cross thing. Now let me know if you guys chose to spare Dr. Cross, if you played this. And what happened differing from my playthrough. If anything. Right? Was it an illusion of choice? Let me know. So, oh, again, I'm really confused. Maybe I blacked out while reading. But I'm really confused by the following. When did Tommy Danes get a knife? He had a piece of glass, I know that. And he had a piece of glass up until a point, and then all of a sudden the story just went to slop real quick with he pulled out his blade. And then it continued to read on and on and on, and it was confirmed that it was a knife. It was confirmed in the story. I'm just asking, when did he get a knife? Did I black out during that? Am I losing my mind? Maybe my blood sugar's low. I haven't ate today, so maybe, let me know when he picked up a knife. Because otherwise, he still had the shard of glass, and they kept reinforcing that through about 80% of the story, which is the shard of glass. The vase, to be specific, if you remember correctly. Okay? So I'm just sitting here going, damn, that thing broke, but then the piece that we had just was unbreakable. Anyway, it screams not wrote by a human because it's not concise and it makes no goddamn sense. Aside from that, it was okay. It was fun to play a little of the dark side and be able to do something bad for once. That's kind of nice, right? To at least have that option, right? But otherwise, I thought the whole fight scene was kind of stupid, right? And then the fact that by you failing, so you had to make sure not to get any negatives. Because your negatives were coming when he suddenly unriled you, which then, can I just point over to the fortitude score that proved absolutely effing just pointless? Can we talk about the fortitude score? All the diamond choices we made to increase your fortitude score, and it absolutely did fuck all. Yeah, I said it. So again, illusion of choice in terms of fortitude score. It did absolutely nothing, and it tilts the ever-loving shit out of me. Fortitude score was completely and utterly pointless all the way up until the end. It was completely pointless. They put in a system in which their own writing team and the game did not see, the light of day at all. You put in a fortitude score. Again, let me just look back at Endless Summer real quick and go, wow, the differences we make. So anyway, what the actual hell happened? Seriously, someone explain to me. Maybe I just got blacked out for that one too. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I'm a little frustrated with this. Right? I really am. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below. This could have been really good. This could have been really... Oh, there was so much missed potential. Was it just because people weren't reading it? Because according to my analytics, people were reading it. And, you can't say people weren't. So, don't give me that BS. It was doing far better than, say, for instance, the Face-Off book. That's doing horribly right now. And I don't know. I'm super frustrated. I'm super frustrated. Tell me I'm wrong. So... Again, the choice with Dr. Cross, if it means anything or whatnot, okay, yay, it was nice to see something like that happen once again. But at the end of the day, because of everything else, not for me. So, yeah. Let me know your thoughts down below. Otherwise, we've completed yet another book, which, watch this. Will we get diamonds for completing it? Let's just take a look. Okay, we're not going to do the whole thing over here where you get only one diamond, which, by the way, out of Romance Club chapters and everything else, it's the lowest amount of things that they give back for you actually, oh, look at that, finish a book, so we don't even get the 15 diamonds. I know, because it was a short story, right, Choices? Right? That's not up to you to make that decision. And it's been something that's more and more happening lately. They're releasing more short stories so people don't even get their 15 diamonds anymore. It's a joke. It really is. Something tells me Into the Woods is going to be the same thing, and then the fake Valentine's going to be the same thing. Oh boy, watch out, here comes Immortal Desires. I give a crap at this point. Anyway, again, I always look forward to you guys' feedback. Are you guys as fed up and tired as I am? Let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Love your beautiful faces, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.